Hello friends, I know you're all waiting for the summer. We had the French Open, now we have the European Football Championships, then next week Tour de France, then Wimbledon, then the Olympic Games. I know, this summer is full of sports. Jan Ulrich is back as a cycling sport expert. I cannot wait for the Tour de France to happen. And also all the footy games, a lot of them are really boring, but some are really good. And Tour de France, the great battle between Jonas Vingegaard and Tadej Pogačar. But this weekend, last weekend, there was another battle between two French guys for the Olympic qualifier, three French guys. Olympic qualifier climbing, who's going to Paris, and usually it's really complicated doing an Olympic qualification event recap for me, because there's so much going on, but this time I was able to concentrate only on two guys, Sam Avezou and Mehdi Schalk, and who's going to Paris. Do they both live there? So they're both going there? So who's participating in the Olympic Games in Paris? Which start? I don't know. Can't wait for climbing, skateboarding, track and field, sprinting, water, jumping, swimming. This summer will be great. Ah yeah, this episode is sponsored by Reset. Get some holes for your better next reset. Check out Inside Climbing at Instagram with all the insights. Well, that's spelled different, right? Anyway, he is Inside Climbing, a lot of statistics and just well-written reports about climbing competitions. And to break it down here, Sam Avezou needed to be better than Mehdi Schalk or vice versa to make it to Paris. And I think if they both would top in the top three, both would go and Paul would stay home, wherever that is. But we have a duel here. Paul was not in the finals, so we will concentrate on Mehdi Schalk and Sam Avezou, and Mehdi was climbing before Sam started. We will start exceptionally with Adam Ondra, because he was one of the only two competitors getting 10 points on the first bowler. You cannot believe it. There's a swingling, a coordination move, and Adam Ondra was the only one, first one out anyway, and he got the 10 points. Mehdi struggled, which was a big surprise for me. Usually he's really good at this stuff, but he didn't stick the second zone, unfortunately for him. Sam Avezou out. He tried a different method, and with one for the left, he landed. He caught the zone only on the dual text, on the slippery part, but next to Adam Ondra, he was the only climber, and this is apparently a no interest if you finish well in this position. 10 points for him because the move afterwards looked ridiculous. Let's try and take a look how they're all doing or trying to do it. On the left side, as mentioned before, Sam is sticking it on the dual text part, but he sticks it because he's landing with his right foot in a really good position, and there is a volume which is bolted on, screwed on to the big volume, so he lands in a really good position with his hip really close to the wall. Adam Ondra, well, he has a little bit longer limbs, more legs, more arms, more hip, more body, and he lands with his left foot on this little attached volume, so he needs to make some space, but his hip is semi-close to the wall. Because of this, his right foot is sliding underneath the macro here on the right side, so his hip can be close to the wall. Mehdi, on the other hand, hit the plywood volume and also the macro, which pushes his hip a little bit further outside of the wall. Adam tried this a few times until he found the sweet spot not to hit the right foot and just to smear it on the wall, which allows him to move closer with his hip. So Mehdi maybe should have gone for the left or for the right option. Great to see that there are like two different ways how to do it, but with both feet on the footholds, your hip is too far away from the wall and it pushes you out. So no 10 points here in the swingling, which I supposed Mehdi would do. Bowler 2 was the powerful one, starting straight up, then a little traverse into the left roof part, and then over two mean pinches to the top. Spoiler alert, no one topped this bowler. This was an exceptionally really difficult round, not a lot of tops. Sorry for the spoilers, I think you've seen the results. Anyway, there was a knee bar, could help you a little bit. Left knee, right knee, did not matter. You had to go to these mean pinches. Sam is a little bit faster than Meshti. In general, I think he climbed a little bit more determined. That's a word to say, a little bit more precise. Yeah, he's already on the 10, and now we're taking a look at the left hand. Sam was on top of it, while Meshti completely missed it, and that was both of the best tries. And this is a ranking in between, because Sam did the coordination move. He was 5 points ahead of Meshti after 2 boulders. Then my favorite boulder of the whole round, the slab. Usually a French specialty. They're really good in mean positions, standing on bad footholds. Meshti again, first one out, first transferring the weight to the right, then you had to cross through, and the next foothold on the right side of the volume was really bad. Honestly, I don't know how Meshti can climb slabs in those shoes. I have a similar model. Maybe it's a little bit different because my rubber is really round here. He has problems here standing up. Anyway, the 10 was also not a crimp, just a jib. Really open sloper. So he tried to kind of pinch it, as we can see here. Yeah, there's nothing in cut. I don't know whether he's trying to match feet here, but you were in a stable position. First attempt trying to match feet. A few people tried this, worked out here, and now good hip flexibility, and now he tried to stand up. He's sitting really low on his foot and lost balance. He got into this position a few more times, always swapping the left foot, but then one more attempt with only 7 seconds left, and now he tried to crimp the volume on the right side and unfortunately ran out of time, also slipped. No top for Meshti. Sam, on the other hand, tried to smear higher with his left foot and palm down with his right hand, and now slipped. So unfortunately also not really successful here. Tried it with a foot swap and missed this as well. Again, no top for any of them, only 10 points. The most promising attempt was Do-Hyun Lee here, actually, who did not swap feet. His right hand is a little bit further outside of the volume. We will take a look at this in a bit, and he's creeping closer, and almost got the top. Okay, let's compare how Do-Hyun and Sam, how different their methods are. I don't know anything about their height, but there are 2 things we can compare. On the one hand, on the left side, Sam's left foot, and on the right side, Do-Hyun's left foot. Sam's left foot is on the edge of the volume, while Do-Hyun's left foot is close to the wall, seems also a little bit higher. He can do that because his right hand is on the edge of the volume, palming down, while Sam's right hand is really close to the wall, and Do-Hyun has between his right and left hand, unfortunately we don't have a side comparison, a side view, he has more space. He's palming down but also outwards, so there's a little bit more space for his hip to rotate. Because his left foot is also close to the wall, it's a little bit easier for his right foot to get up and get higher. There is another thing I forgot to point out, but we can take a look at it here. Meshti, as mentioned before, did swap feet, so his left foot is way lower and he has to step up way higher. And now we can also see that on the right side, Do-Hyun's left elbow is bent and in a stable position. His arm is in this 90-degree angle. This is possible because his left foot is higher and he can step higher. Meshti cannot do that. His left arm is open, so he can only pull, cannot even pull because his hand position is also like in a pinchy position, so he can probably only pull down with his left hand. That's why he's crimping really hard on the right side of the volume. And also his foot position is a little bit further left, so to transfer his weight to the right is way more difficult, while Do-Hyun's left arm enables him to pull really hard. I think he's crimping also like a maniac on this left hand. There's nothing, but he's crimping, so he only moves further to the right. Unfortunately missing the last hold, but yeah, that's life. Again, not a lot of separation between those two after the third boulder, going into boulder number 4, which was power coordination, something like this. Up to this point, we haven't seen a single top in the round. We had some separating, some split, but not a single top. So the master has to come Adam Ondra, right, left, up to the 10. I don't think it was a flash. Anyhow, I'm too lazy to look it up now. But now the easiest move in the whole comp to get from 10 to 25 points. I think this is not really good, but let's see what Meshti and Sam did with this. Meshti jumping out to this finger pocket, there was a huge pocket, there was a jib for your thumb, and then right hand up. Unfortunately, we only have this camera angle, and he misses somehow the left hand hold. I don't know how. As mentioned before, we don't have a different camera angle. We only have this one on the left hand. In another attempt, he doesn't wrap the right hand that well. And then again, the last move was way too easy. Of all the 4 climbers who ended up at the 10, no one messed up the last move, which was 15 points. Way too easy, 15 points. And right here, the ranking after all 4 bowlers, a difference of 24.8 points between Meshti and Sam Avisu going into the lead route. I'm not doing a big talk about the different sections. We can just see that Sam on the right side starts while Meshti is already on his first point. Sam is 1, 2, 3, 4 holes behind, but as mentioned before, he climbs a little bit more fluid over the whole day, maybe less pressure. Maybe in a better shape. I don't know, can't say. I don't know these guys. I just think he cracked, maybe not under pressure. Meshti climbed a little bit more, hesitating, especially in the bouldering round, and I think I guess he wanted to have a better result out of the bouldering round. Sam on the right hand is slowly catching up to Meshti while they are like in the middle part of the route, these huge open slopers. Meshti found this toe hook, double toe hook to calm down, to rest a little bit. Sam looks pretty good, I gotta say, in a good shape. I think over the season he always got into better shape. Meshti seemed to have more trouble keeping his bowler style on top, especially the coordination bowlers should have been a little bit better. Maybe more people expected more of him. Does not matter. Meshti continues to climb ahead, cuts loose here, while Sam, I think on the right side in a few seconds, will not cut loose completely. He will bump out with a toe hook in, then he cuts loose, a little bit more control. And Meshti on the left hand misses the yellow thumb with his right hand. Now he's readjusting. Okay, Sam as well. Apparently it does not really matter. But they are both cruising through this section over the dual tags and then slowly getting closer to the 30 points, which is the yellow Dadao with the blue jib on it. Meshti is still ahead, but thank you for this overlay IFSC. That's what I wanted to see, almost nothing. Meshti's left elbow already really open. Then they cut away. Great. Why not? Crossing through, and that's when Sam caught up with Meshti. Unfortunately, Sam's view, we don't have a close-up. Meshti, we concentrate on Meshti. Left high heel hook, and now he's bumping into the next Dadao. He needs more time to readjust and get his foot up. He's even, that's it. Meshti fell here. Sam, of course, climbed afterwards after him, so we see Meshti on the right side watching Sam cruising by, and it's not only one move which Sam needed to beat him. It was like I think Meshti would have needed to climb like 5 moves, depends on like which area, 5 to 6, 7 moves more. Sam climbed better than Meshti, higher than Meshti. He took the first spot of the whole competition. And that's it. Congratulations, Sam Avisu, going to Paris. I hope Meshti goes at least to watch his team comrades, because he'll go next time, hopefully, because he's an amazing climber, amazing style. Unfortunately, not his day, not his round with the coordination climbs. In general, the bouldering round was pretty tough, but I think I preferred rather tough than the other way around, that a lot of lead climbers can also climb a lot of coordination boulders, which we've seen in Bern. I think that was a shame, but doesn't matter. I'm not really happy about the combined format, but at least we have some points and there could be a world or an Olympic record. Let's see. Let's quickly go back to the squat raw section, the yellow section here. Sam barely holding on. Meshti is sitting on his left heel, but afterwards Sam is smashing his right foot higher to bump with the right hand, a little bit more safe to get it like this. And afterwards he can also match his feet and push with his left foot. His hip is really close to the wall to move to the next hold. Usually I prefer the way Meshti is doing it on the left side, sitting on top of something, but I think he was a little bit too gassed out, too pumped, and a little bit too insecure to get it like this. Great difference in between the moves, but in general, congratulations Sam Avezou, and these are the final rankings. He's winning the day after him. Do-Hyun Lee and Adam Onra. I don't know, do they win money for this? Is it worth like a World Cup? Even though not everyone is competing, I don't really know. Anyway, let's see each other at the Olympic Games, and if you like more of the reports, I think Jake and I, we will do a daily update, maybe podcast, maybe video. Let's see how much energy and power we have, but we want to do more live updates about the Olympic Games. So if you're up for that, hit the bell, subscribe button, and get yourself a hug if you see me in real life, and buy some reset holds. Nikki out. Bye!